This is a HeadGum podcast.
Be the whiz. There's 1,000 of that. I don't get that.
That movie, Interstellar, where the guy goes to space, he comes back to Earth, and there's no more human race. I don't get that.
I don't get that. There's a McDonald's right across the street from In-N-Out. Basically the same goddamn place. There's only a line for one. There's a line for Chick-fil-A. And the line for Taco Bell's going for days. And I don't get that.
Oh, I don't get that
part.
Carl's Jr. is a delicious place. The name is Carl's Jr. I don't get that.
I don't get that. Why would you go for Taco Bell when you live in Southern California and it's so close to Mexico? And there are so many Mexicans making authentic Mexican food at all kinds of little mom and pop shop. Don't get that.
Taxes. I don't get that.
Why are the meter maids always
I don't
around
get
when
that.
someone cuts you off? There's no cops to be found. I don't get that.
I saw a guy walking down the street. He had a little thing connected to his belt. It looked like a beeper from like the 90s. I don't get that.
I don't get that.
It could be a new TikTok trend. Like everyone would just do their own version of it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's what TikTok is.
Let's release it out into the world from Dynamic Banter and go, please use this audio.
Hey, use this.
Tell us what you don't get.
It has to have that little speech bubble in the corner.
Yeah.
And then the robot voice goes, use this audio to tell me what you don't get.
Please use this audio to...
Yes, that's the key.
Right? Please use this audio to get that.
Tell me what you don't get that.
You can use this audio to get that. Me and my friends went to McDonald's and got the new Big Macs.
POV, you're my friends and me getting get that in McDonald's.
La 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 lol. Cap.
Ja.
Cap. My friends and I got McDonald's. I guess we're doing the show.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hi.
When did it start?
I don't know.
I don't get that. Mike, today's episode is all about things we don't get. I don't get that.
I don't get that.
I don't get that.
Just starting a podcast whenever? I don't get that.
Why is Kanye...
Why do white people call Kanye Ye now? It's just because of the way it's spelled?
He changed his name.
Yeah, but it's Ye or it's Ye?
I think it's Ye. You're right.
Dude, I don't know.
I thought it's just been Ye for a long... People just call him Ye for a long time. And then, like, I
but
feel
people
like...
say Ye.
Yeah, like I hear a lot of people say Ye, but I feel like they only read the articles and they don't hear people talking about it.
It's like the people who read Harry Potter for the first time and they were like, man, I really love that character, Hermione.
Dude, I always did that.
Right?
I always did that because I was a terrible reader, and then we would have our like summer reading, and then we discuss it when we get back to school.
Yeah.
And I was
Who's
like,
your favorite character?
Skoyoit seemed to have a good... You mean Scout? This is a famous book.
School Oit.
Scoot had probably the best perspective. Dude, To Kill a Mockingbird with that famous character Scoot.
What I love the most about it, is that like all you have to do is be like, is that a name?
Yeah.
Just ask yourself.
Yeah.
Is Scoot a name? Is Hermione a name?
I always had this thing where I was like, well, it's in a book. And books are smart.
They can make up whatever they want.
I'm not about to question a book.
Yeah, and they can say whatever they want in a book.
Yeah.
You can name your character anything you want.
Also, you're young. You haven't heard all the names yet.
You've got
You
a
grew up
whole
in your
life ahead of
town,
you.
and that's it.
Yeah. I don't get that. But, like, especially, like, fantasy writers and shit. Like, fantasy book writers.
Yes.
Can name their characters whatever the fuck they want,
Yeah,
dude.
and we grew up on like fairy tales and stuff. So all the names were possible. So if you see Scoot, you'd be like, okay, it's like that one time where fucking you read another fantasy name.
Yeah, or like
Jon Snow.
who's
It's crazy.
Pinocchio. Pinocchio.
There's a wooden man named Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. Dude, my favorite children's story is the Pinocchio.
Yeah, and you don't know until you're 35, and you're like,
What
sit
are you
down.
saying? Pinocchio?
Pinocchio. You
That's
don't know. And he
Pinocchio.
lies and his. What's up?
You talking about Pinocchio?
We're thinking about, and he lies and
Yeah,
nose,
the nose.
and somebody made an old Italian man,
Yeah.
Gepaccio.
And then in the movie, he goes, Pinocchio!
He does say that.
And then they go, Geppetto!
Geppetto.
Geppetto!
That I've heard before.
How do you even spell Geppetto? How do you think you spell Geppetto?
G-U-I-P-T-T something O? Am I wrong? Is it a G though? I was thinking Giuseppe.
It starts with a J.
It starts with a J. I was wrong.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, how do we...
There's a silent H.
Wow. Okay. It's actually less complicated than we think it is.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
Okay, go ahead.
But it's not one of those words where you could just sound it, like, just spell it the way it sounds.
Like, how would you, do the voice to text and see how the robot thinks it's supposed to be?
That's a great question. It'll probably just say it.
Geppetto, I've heard this.
Geppetto.
Geppetto?
Geppetto. Let's try again.
Geppetto.
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 So that was my favorite part of Pinocchio.
When Geppetto
It
comes
went
out.
Geppetto.
Anyway,
Yeah, I couldn't read it all.
but how do we get to that? What was the path? There was something I wanted to say. Fuck. What was the path?
Names, authors, names.
Yeah, authors can name whatever they want.
Yeah.
Hermione, all that. But what was just before that?
This is a good question.
We all suck.
Dude, there should be someone. There should be
A historian?
a reoccurring character on this show.
Yeah.
That pops up from under the table and goes, "What were you talking about 5 minutes
Can we
ago?"
call him Continuity Rudy? Continuity Rudy? Continuity? Continuity. I don't get that.
Constantine Nudity. Fuck, yeah, I don't remember.
I don't either. Merry Christmas, Mike. Christmas is we're rock and rolling right in there, baby.
We're barreling towards Christmas.
We're barreling towards Christmas.
And to celebrate, yesterday I watched a Christmas movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You did watch a movie, and we were walking to get coffee this morning, and you were like, I saw this movie, and I was like, aw, shit. We're going to talk about this on the motherfucking podcast.
Next week.
So anyway, we went to the Jim Henson Company.
We're in our thoughts. We're 1 week behind in all of our thoughts.
Dude, we were doing that, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't like that. But I do like, because what the problem was... Dude, damn, almost got you.
How slow would the thing be going? Anyway, yeah, we were lagging for a little while.
I do like when the episodes. I do like when the episodes are long AF.
Uh-huh.
But you can't be that long. And we've done over 2-hour episodes, I feel like.
Yeah, no one's asking for that.
I mean, I think some people want that. I don't get that.
And I don't get that, to be honest. But yeah, sometimes you can't fit everything into the week, and we always want to leave time for History Roads as much as we can. Plus, we have so much Christmas talk to go over. As I understand it, you don't like that song, Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time, and I'd love to get to that at some point.
Yeah.
And kind of unwrap
to get
that.
to the bottom of that, yeah.
Yeah.
This is something I've been talking about a lot, but I've never really gotten to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Longines Symphonette. One time.
Is that how you say it, or is that how you read it?
That's a good question. Let's find out. The
Longines Silvers?
Symphonette. the Longine. Is it okay? The Longines Symphonette was a okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
That's what I thought you were doing.
We'll have it read this whole sentence.
The Longines Symphonette was a pre-recorded classical music program broadcast nightly on many mutual broadcasting system stations from 1943 to 1949. It then...
So they would have the symphony, they would just record the symphony for the radio?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what we're listening to right now.
I would listen to that.
Isn't that wonderful?
Dude, I would sit down Crisscross Applesauce by a giant, probably radioactive radio.
Yeah.
And listen to that for a long time. And then once in a while somebody comes on and they're like, oh, I don't have the right one queued up, but they're like, okay, and that was the Long John Symphony.
Yeah.
And next week they'll be performing down the street.
Yeah. And you can see him singing.
Yeah, you can see him singing, and the kids can come out and get a popcorn ball.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
So yeah, I've been watching Christmas movies.
Dude, so you watched quite a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yesterday. What was it called?
It's called Nope.
Yeah.
It was about not doing it.
It was about, and I love. So the movie has been out long enough that we could talk about it now. Fuck everybody who hasn't seen it. I hate you.
I have a theory, and I am going to talk about specific things that happen in the movie. And you're right, it has been long enough so that you could completely shut off this podcast and unsubscribe if you haven't seen this movie yet. And then resubscribe when you have seen the movie. And I think that's the smartest way to go about this. Do you want to talk about what Nope is about?
Yeah! Woo! Dude, I want nothing more, baby! Merry Christmas!
Somebody's in the studio going,
Who thinks they're doing something?
perfect.
Who thinks they're doing something? Other than an absolute funny joke.
Yeah.
Dude, first and foremost, I love the title. Nope. It's like, dude, imagine listening to that Christmas radio station and that was happening while the Christmas music was happening.
There's a drummer
A
warming
little
up in the other
drum
room.
beat just starts coming in and
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Off
Okay.
tempo and everything.
You
I
said,
love the title.
yeah,
Nope.
it's great.
Because it's like, it's so perfect.
I like any movie where they say the title in the movie
Me
a bunch
too.
of times.
And then you go, he said the thing! Like when they go, this is a bunch of Schindler's List.
Yeah, when they say, look who's talking now.
Yeah,
3.
yeah. Wow, this is truly the color purple.
And in this corner, Rocky.
Whoa, there he goes. That's the Top Gun.
Man, all of us have really gone one flew over this cougar's nest. And I guess that's why they call it Jurassic Park. Honey, like, that's the Lord of the Rings. We're running away from Cloverfield! Help! There's a metal rod stuck through me, and approaching is Cloverfield.
Oh, dude. This has been a real Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. Anyway, Brett's going to be upset that I said Part 3. It's probably not Part 3. Who gives a shit? Fuck you, Brett. Your corporate job. I don't get that. Anyway, because the title is like perfect, right? Because you're like aliens a-coming.
You could Sam?
They're a-coming and they'll steal all your shit and they're scary? Nope. You're instantly like, nope.
Yeah.
But then in the movie, they keep talking about miracles and then bad miracles. Like, what's a bad miracle? The dad dying because a fucking coin went into his brain.
Yeah.
From the sky.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's a bad miracle. And then he was like to his sister, what would you call a bad miracle? And she goes, nope. And I love that. I love that it's like you just call it a nope.
Yeah.
Like a really bad situation is just a nope.
That's a nope.
Yeah, and I love that they kind of like they surmised that in the movie, and that was like kind of the whole thing. But there's so much fucking, Mike, this movie is a give and a give and a give.
Yeah.
It's not just a one viewing movie.
No.
And it really, I think, could satisfy the Cloverfield friendship that we had and that we built our whole thing off of just from this movie.
So you want to start a different podcast?
Yeah, it'll be called Nope. Nopes.
Nope.
Couple of
Podcast.
nopes.
That's a no.
Nopes.
That's a no.
Noped.
That's a one no.
Hey guys, welcome back to Noped.
We're a couple two-horn honk boys in the middle of a one nope.
It could be like all about the Jordan Peele verse or something.
Yeah.
We can call it Peeling Back the Onion.
The Peely. Enter the Peely verse.
Check out these Jordans. New Jordans just dropped.
Yeah.
New Jordan just dropped. And then anytime a new Jordan Peele movie comes out, we do a new
And we buy a
episode.
pair of shoes.
And we talk about, it's about new pair of shoes and Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
And we're peeling
An actual onion during on the
potatoes.
show.
Because I think I don't want to cry a whole time. Sorry.
I just thought that would add to it.
I mean, I don't think anyone wants that.
That's like a hot wings type situation.
Hot ones. Yeah.
It'd be hard ones.
So anyway, eat this super hot fucking thing. You said that you were born in Ireland, right? Tell me everything about it.
I think get a little bit of milk over here.
Yeah, eat the hottest fucking sauce in the world.
That
so
show.
you were accused of some crime in 1993. They're just
I don't
sweating.
get that.
I don't get that. Okay, so tell me about your Nope experience. I want to hear it from start to finish.
I loved it. I knew what it was about, but I didn't really know anything about it. And that's the way you should go into it, which is why you should hit the fast forward button a little bit. If you plan on seeing it, don't let us ruin it for you. But also, we're not, because it's cool. And I didn't. I like going into stuff with little expectation. It's more of like a, I don't know, you could submerge yourself in the experience. Like, I didn't want to look at my phone. I didn't want to miss anything. And everything's so well done that you're like, something's going to mean something later on. You know?
And did you like that about like things happening and you're like, what? And then later on you're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I like when the things happen.
My experience with Nope was like this. I was watching the screen and I'm like, what?
They should have called that movie. Huh?
Pardon?
Yeah. But it was all very interesting. There are things that I didn't get about the
I'd love to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not good at synopsis.
Dude, it's okay because
it's about horse wranglers, basically.
So, yeah, it's about this family of they're like a horse ranch owners.
They're horse wranglers.
They're horse wranglers for Hollywood.
Yeah.
And whenever a movie needs horses,
they call
this family.
Yeah.
And they've got a big old ranch out in California. And by the way,
where'd I put that?
I don't get that. I wanted that in here. I don't get that. How come sometimes I eat a sandwich? How come sometimes I eat a sandwich? I swallow it down and it goes down the wrong tube. I don't get that. So this family of ranch horses have a job where in Hollywood they give horses to Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
And when Hollywood needs a horse, they go to these guys.
They're horse wranglers.
They're horse wranglers. And the whole movie is like a love letter to LA and movies. But with also a very obvious warning
about aliens.
About focusing too much on filming every aspect of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And the dangers of that, and how that could become weaponized even at some points.
Yeah.
But the easy synopsis is that this alien ship comes to Los Angeles to this horse ranch and is sucking up horses.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Uh-huh.
Goodbye up yonder.
Goodbye.
Old bubblegum.
Goodbye, ghost.
Yeah. Goodbye, tennis shoes.
Think about a horse and now think about it being sucked up into the sky. That's a good amount of this movie.
Shoots up right into the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, oh shit. And so it's all about these people who own this horse ranch dealing with essentially an alien encounter.
Yeah.
And they decide that if they get footage of it, they're going to be billionaires.
And that's the whole thing, right? Because normally when there's a alien movie, it's like, how do we kill
it or get away from it? Or how do we tell the government?
Yeah, the whole time. And here's where I thought I missed something. I was like, the whole thing is about being able to film it and get rich from filming it.
Yeah. Huh. And it's basically like this is because their horse ranch starts to fail because the man who ran it passes away in the beginning of the movie. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
In a very devastating way.
Yeah.
And when they lose the patriarch of the family, they kind of like lost their business.
Yeah.
They're not as good. Like the son isn't as good at the talking part of being a horse wrangler for Hollywood. Yeah. And in that kind of a job, he can't sell it. But his dad, and by the way, what's his name? I almost said Clint Howard. Dude, legendary actor.
I don't remember his name.
I can't believe I don't remember his name.
He was the guy in what is that movie?
Keith David.
What was that movie with Jared Leto?
Oh, They Live.
No. That's not the one I'm thinking of. The one where
Requiem for a Dream.
that one.
Oh yeah, he's like ass to ass. Was he the ass to ass guy?
Yeah, I think so.
They always put that guy in movies where he's licking his chops.
So, okay, let's have you lick your chops for us, and you're in.
So many movies, dude, and the voices of so many things.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty, Gargoyles. He was like the guy from Gargoyles. Remember Gargoyles?
Yes.
Anyway.
So he gets killed in this movie.
So,
And he was
he was the guy that held the business together.
Yeah.
And so it's falling apart. They're gonna lose the ranch.
Yeah.
And as it stands, they've been selling off their horses to a nearby theme park.
Another failing business. Cowboy-themed failing business.
Cowboy-themed business based off of a character that was like in an Indiana Jones type movie.
Yeah.
And then that guy grew up and built a theme park about that movie he was in.
Thought it was a sitcom.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I think it was a show at first and then became movies after.
The Indiana Jones thing?
I'm pretty sure.
Really? Because it would look like big movie posters in his room and stuff.
I don't know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But it's something based off of some character he played.
Sure.
And the whole thing is like his name is Jupiter. Jupe. They call him Jupe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got his big inflatable character that he played when he was a kid. And that's that's what that character is.
Yeah.
So he's like, and the movie's kind of about vanity and stuff too. And about like holding on to like irrelevancy and looking for that next thing. Like that documentary filmmaker guy represents the like hard-edged artistic guys in the industry. Like everyone is an archetype of industry people in that movie.
The never satisfied guy.
Yeah. And
Nothing's ever going to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, I won't be satisfied until I'm murdered by one of these animals that I film.
Yeah.
Like one of those artists that's like, I know I'm going to die one day because I filmed cougars this close.
Sure.
So that guy like got his wish and was eventually eaten by the alien or whatever.
And the guy who opened the theme park.
Yeah, that guy was trying to control a wild animal. And that's
Right.
another theme of the movie. Trying to control a wild animal with the monkey and all those things are connected. And it's so deep and wonderful. And dude, like
But that's the same guy, right? The theme park guy is the kid at the beginning.
Yeah, in the sitcom. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, when I saw this movie for the first time, I was like blown away. This is the perfect movie for me because I love alien shit. I love not being everything being explained.
Yeah.
I love kind of coming up with your own conclusions.
Yeah.
But Jordan Peele made a movie that's like everything you want to know, if you didn't understand it, is in the movie.
Yeah. Like, I think we should say one thing while we were talking about that guy.
Jupe, yeah.
Jupe, is that he had an experience when he was little that you find out throughout the movie. He was in a sitcom with an ape, a live ape, that who was a character on the show. Gordy was his name?
Gordy, yeah.
And one day Gordy had enough and he destroyed everyone in the studio.
Like the whole cast.
Yeah.
And like rip their faces off and stuff like a chimp can do.
Yeah.
By the way, Jordan Peele said like years and years ago, he tweeted this tweet that said he had a dream about like a chimpanzee like destroying a set like on a sitcom.
Yeah.
And like ripping people's faces off because they do that. They like fucking they just
do.
snap.
Sometimes they do that.
They're wild animals.
Yeah.
Sometimes they snap.
Yeah. Ferocious.
I don't get that. I don't get that. So, you know, it's like and so he had a dream and he said he woke up and he was like crying because it was so dramatic and fucked up. And he's like, I might make a movie about that. And then Nope comes out. And it's like not the whole movie is about that, but it's like very thematically the thread throughout the whole thing, which is like you can't harness a wild animal.
Right. And that's what the guy with the theme park ranch tries to do. He tries to tame the horses, right? And then when the horses start getting sucked up by the aliens,
he's like, I can control this thing by feeding
he can
horses.
make the airline.
Yeah. The airline.
A part of the show.
Dude, he's like, all I need to do is feed this fucker horses and then he'll come and do it and show up and eat a horse and then take off, and I'll be the most famous person on the planet.
Yeah. Dude, there's a crazy thing that happens when he's a little kid with the ape situation.
Yeah.
All of the cast of characters in the sitcom that he belongs to are murdered in front of him.
Yeah.
And he sees the whole thing because he's under a table.
Right, he's hiding.
And he's like, I hope this ape doesn't see me. The ape does see him because they're the same height.
Yeah.
So the ape, covered in blood, is kind of like looking around and is like, kind of, what did I do type thing.
Yeah.
I flipped out for a minute, but now I'm Gucci.
Yeah.
And I think he sees this scared little kid. And he tries to do this like famous fist bump that they have.
Yeah,
that's like the thing that's on all the posters.
Yeah, like
it's
the fist bump was like started on that show.
It was like the E.T. finger touch. Yeah. So the ape covered in blood comes over and tries to do this fist bump to like comfort the kid, I think.
Yeah.
And then he gets shot in the head immediately.
He like tries to fist bump him, and then they touch, and then boom, the monkey's shot in the head.
Yeah, so that part's important to my theory of the movie.
Yeah. Well, for sure. And there's a lot of things that happen in that scene that are really important.
Yeah.
Like the shoe being like standing up, like almost impossibly.
Yeah. I don't get that.
I don't get that. And you know what?
The hardest part to kind of
To get?
Yeah,
to get that?
It's the hardest one to interpret because it's like some people say that that's a miracle, like and everyone's like, so Jupe and OJ, Jupe and OJ share a very similar trauma. You know, like he watched OJ watched his dad die, but with a coin going into his head,
and Jupe watched his TV dad
his
die.
his whole cast die, and Jupe kept the shoe that was like upwards in like his like weird little like prop room. It's like in a little case. The shoe's just standing up in there, in the way that it was on that he saw while the ape was going nuts.
Yes.
And OJ keeps the coin that killed his dad next to his bed.
Ooh.
Like pinned to the wall, remember? It's like there.
Sure.
So they both keep like relics of these like horrible things that happened to them.
Yeah.
So they're kind of having this shared experience. And they're both like, if I get footage of this thing, I'm going to be rich. If I harness this thing, I'm going to be rich. They're both kind of like going for this like thing.
Yeah.
But
Monetize your trauma.
A lot of people are saying that, you know, OJ's dad dying was a bad miracle, and the chimpanzee losing it on the set was Jupe's bad miracle that he witnessed, the nope. And some people say that the shoe was a distraction from not looking the chimp directly in the eyes, which is what the theory is why he went nuts. Is like they look him in the eyes, and then that's like it set him off or whatever. So, and then when the monkey comes over to him, there's like a veil over the monkey's eyes.
Yeah.
So like he's not really making eye contact with him.
Sure.
So maybe that's why he didn't kill him.
Sure.
So there's all these fucking cool theories, but that's the hardest one to like decipher, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, the movie's incredible because the acting's awesome. Everyone in it is fucking incredible. It's a very relatable character story. Yeah. It's like, this is kind of what we do if we were out in the middle of nowhere and this was our land and we were like, we got to do what we got to do to save this place.
Yeah.
Because our dad would have wanted it that way.
Right.
So they're motivated by that to save the ranch.
Yeah.
So it's very relatable and really good and like fucking scary too.
It is pretty scary.
It's like, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you don't expect there to be like agonizing, torturous alien digestion scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just don't expect it.
Yeah.
But it happens and you're like, holy shit.
Oh, so that's why everybody's upset.
Yeah. That's why they're screaming in there.
Yeah.
Because they're being digested alive.
Yeah.
And then when you see that, it raises the stakes for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I don't want to see that happen to all these characters I love.
Yeah, you're right.
So you're like, it makes everything a little bit more intense. But man, it's so purposeful and fun and awesome. And I fucking love that movie.
It's very cool. I think it's kind of about how sometimes we get really close to making things right, but then it gets ruined completely.
Yeah, yeah. And the obsession with like there's a message in there about the obsession with like filming everything too, because there's that TMZ guy that shows up, and he's like, "All I need to film this. I need to film everything."
And his whole helmet was reflective.
Yeah. And the reflections, so many eyes.
Yeah.
Oh. The horse's eye. Remember the horse, like jean jacket?
Yeah.
Or not? Was it jean jacket?
No, jean jacket was the
at
thing.
the beginning, the one on the set.
I think that was like...
That was a different one. Yeah. But it's like the eye, like, you know,
you can't
eye
even
contact.
look yourself in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I learned from the movies. None of us could look ourselves in the eye.
But I think it's because we could never do it.
Yeah.
I've never done it. But I like that there's that whole thing where it's like, don't look at a wild animal in the eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and things like that. And that theme is there the whole time.
Dude, so can I talk about this theory?
Yes, please.
I have this theory.
Can I have a bite of this?
Please.
Wow.
Oh, what that? So I feel like the alien was trying to reach out and be friends at the end.
That's really funny.
All right, so
That's really funny.
the ape in the flashbacks, Gordy. The ape, right? He comes over, he sees the innocence of the child, and he sees that the child is scared. So he tries to give him a fist bump to be like, everything is going to be
fine.
okay.
We're good.
What happens the second they touch? Ape
Lights
gets
out.
his fucking head blown off.
Good night, Irene.
And the humans are just trying to save the kid or whatever. But here was the ape saying, like, you're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Sorry. My bad.
Sorry, dude.
Shot in the head the second he bumps fists with the kid. Okay. The alien.
Because you know that's what they would have done.
Yeah.
Like IRL.
Yeah.
They would
the
have
ape
just
or the guy.
killed the ape.
Yeah. And that's Harambe all over again.
Yep.
R.I.P. So the alien ate all the horses, right?
Yeah.
And then he takes a bleedy on the house.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that part. The alien has indigestion from eating a fake horse and takes a big bleedy on the house that they all live in.
Yeah, that's all the blood of the people and horses and stuff. It's been eaten.
It doesn't need that. It
doesn't
just
digest
needs the
blood.
screams.
Yeah, it wants the screams.
Aliens eat screams.
Dude, William Haynes, shout out, said one of the funniest things to me when we were watching that. Well, I took him to see it when it was in theaters. And that scene in particular, with all the, like, remember when the ship's flying by after it sucked up all the people?
Yeah.
And it's flying by and you can hear them screaming in there every time it flies by. Will was like, dude, I would have stopped screaming after 10 minutes. Like, what's gonna happen? What's the screaming gonna do?
Yeah.
No one's gonna hear. No one's saving me after 10 minutes.
That's funny that you would think the scream is just for the
the scream. But that's why it's funny.
That's
it's
the
like,
only reason
you're
you
not
scream.
screaming because you're in pain.
Yeah.
But he's like, I think he's like, there's a limit where I'm like, done, I'm not really screaming anymore.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do.
I don't need to be screaming. No. Yeah, like, ow! No!
There's no reason to be outward about it.
There's no reason to be dramatic.
I would say this: no one wants to scream.
No one wants to keep screaming.
No one wants to make that noise ever.
I think people want to when it needs to happen. Like, hey, I'm being robbed.
Sure.
But no one wants to do it for 15 minutes straight.
Oh, that's way longer than 15 minutes.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, them flying around.
Yeah.
Like, that was
also
that was like all day.
Screaming like that, like you would rip your shit.
Oh yeah, you'd be like,
you wouldn't be able to.
But that's
after a while,
terrifying,
you'd be like,
right? Yeah.
Because it still hurts, and you still need to like. Anyway.
But I just thought it was so funny. He leaned over me and said, I would have stopped screaming after like 10 minutes.
Hey guys, getting your brain sucked out of your eyes slowly in the spaceship. Give it a rest.
Why don't you stop screaming for a second? I'm dying in peace.
I'm trying to read. Yeah. The alien ate all the horses, and then he took a bleedy on the house. And then, right? That's after that.
After it ate all the people, yeah.
I think he sees the balloon so here's how they see. There's so many more things that fucking need to be
I love
explained.
it, dude. Let's go.
There is a big balloon.
There's no rush.
There's a big balloon over the theme park, and
Yeah.
that's of the character
Jupe. Stephen
Yeun,
who's amazing.
Yes, and so that's how they like distract the alien at the end. Is they let up this giant like essentially Macy's Day Parade flow of this movie character, and that's how they distract the alien
and destroy it.
Right, but I think that the alien, that's the biggest thing he's ate.
Yeah.
And the most colorful, and it has streamers on it.
Like it ate the fake horse.
Yeah, and it ate the real horses.
And it ate real people.
And it's just trying to see, like, so that's what you're used to for food. You're used to people-sized people.
And horse-sized
and horses. And sometimes you eat something accidentally and you spit it out, but you're just trying to see, right? But you've never been face-to-face, alien eye, square eye, to face with a big inflatable colorful thing, and
Wasn't
you're
that
like,
beautiful
what could
looking,
this is all I'm saying. This is the whole thing.
It was gorgeous.
So it was beautiful. So I think the alien saw the thing at the end
was
as
like
the
the we're
olive
good?
branch. Yeah. And then
And
what
they
happens?
killed it.
And he ingests the thing, and he's like, this is the most beautiful thing I've
Dude,
ever
that's
eaten in my
brilliant,
life.
Mike.
And he kills the alien.
Brilliant.
Just the same thing as the fucking ape and the horses.
Brilliant. Dude, that's a really good theory.
Thank you.
But in the same sense as the monkey needed to be killed because it did violent things.
Yeah.
And was a wild animal.
Yeah.
They shot the fucking thing right away.
They certainly
in the
did.
same vein, they're like, okay, look, if we're cool and you respect me now, we've because you're right, dude. It's totally that.
Yeah.
Because the dad was saying you need to like earn the respect of the horse for you to like become friends with it.
Yeah.
And form that bond with it.
Right. You have to form the bond.
And
Before
they totally
then,
did.
you're gonna act like you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna act like
I'm a
me.
wild animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how humans act. You don't know how I act.
Yeah. Now you seem upset.
Yeah.
By how I killed your dad and everything.
Been bested. But yeah, you're upset I killed your dad. Whatever. Maybe it didn't understand specifically.
Yeah.
But it understood that there was something, there was a battle going on between these two folks.
Yeah.
OJ and Jean Jacket.
Yeah. The alien.
They ended up naming the alien Jean Jacket after that horse that was wild and couldn't be tamed or was like too crazy. So it's like, you're right, dude. He totally tames it in the end, and like they probably could have been best buds.
It showed the alien like shows its
It's
true
like
self
colorful side
in
and
the
stuff.
sunset, and it's the most beautiful. I think they purposely made it like the most
beautiful
beautiful
thing,
shit.
yeah.
The music is
Yeah.
beautiful. And the alien is like, I'm done killing you people. This is the
I've earned
coolest
respect.
balloon I've ever seen in my life.
But see, that's what I'm thinking. He's like, I won't kill you, but guys gotta eat.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go get like all of Hollywood Boulevard now.
Yeah.
But we're cool, bro. Peace out.
Right.
So that's why it's like, well, you gotta kill the thing.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Be best friends with it and then go like Terminator? You can't keep killing people.
Yeah, you got to kill the thing to save your own.
You're kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like, you know, sometimes they'll put down like a super wild horse that can't be tamed, and they're like, you know, or they'll let it roam
They let it roam on the beach, and then they take photos of it, and then they print those photos on glass.
And then when there was only one set of
Commemorative
hooves,
plates.
that's when they were riding.
Yeah, they were. The alien
The
ate
horse was riding on the other horse. Dude, you
There
know,
were two sets of hooves, and then the alien ate one.
you know what I was really hoping for in Nope? Remember how they were like, they had the footage of like the first film, and it was like
The jockey?
yeah, and it was
Yeah.
like a black person riding on a horse, and it was
Yeah.
like the first time they ever got that, like they showed
It was like the first motion picture.
the first motion picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, What if I was so hoping this was gonna happen, but maybe it's too cheesy and people would have like been upset.
The black guy was gonna ride the alien.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, over
and they
the
were
hill.
gonna get footage of it.
Yeah,
and then that was gonna be the first footage of an alien ever with like a black guy riding it
in VR.
Yeah. And it would have been like the most amazing thing, right? I really wanted that to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, he's gonna ride the alien at the end. He's gonna ride it.
Yeah. No, it didn't happen. They killed it. They have to shoot it.
Dude,
in the
that's
head.
so. I love that perspective, Mike.
Nice.
That you connected. That like there was a respect, a mutual respect.
Yeah.
And I think Jupe might have realized that is what saved him, and that's why he was trying to do it with the alien and get that like respect from the alien, but he was doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, the alien was like, I don't care about you. Like, I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you now.
I can eat you now.
The most unfortunate thing in that whole movie is that poor woman who like survived the chimp attack.
Yeah.
To be mangled and like veiled and wearing a t-shirt with her face on it.
Her used to be face.
Dude, yeah, she's like, and you're like, oh my God, I feel so bad for this woman.
Yeah.
And then she gets like fucking eaten the same way you're seeing these people get eaten pretty much.
That was like, you got to learn your lesson type
Yeah.
thing. Because her whole shit is because she was on a TV show that
Vanity and
mistreated
stuff,
an
yeah.
animal. And then she went to go see a show where they were doing the same thing.
And then, and yeah, you're right. And then, what I loved as like a dark joke after that was the wheelchair like stuck to the roof for the whole rest of the movie. Every time you saw the house, you saw that woman's wheelchair like stuck up there.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, dude.
Man, that alien did not like metal stuff.
No, it like spit out all the quarters and stuff, and that's what killed OJ's dad in the beginning.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It
That's
was like
interesting.
spitting out like everything it couldn't digest.
This
or
might be a
whatever.
stupid question. Is metal... This is a stupid question, and I'm sorry.
You're not stupid, Mike.
Is metal a naturally occurring...
Yes.
Okay.
It is a mineral, right?
Well, there's so many different kinds of metal.
Well, sure.
Dude, you look at that table of elements, and one just says metal.
Yeah. And it's got a little hand.
Metal, water, and gas. There's 3 squares on that whole thing. Hey, what's metal? I don't get that.
Dude,
Because
but our blood
I
has
just-
iron in it. Our blood has iron, Kevin.
I'm looking it up.
What do you mean you're looking it up?
Because I
You
was
think our
like...
blood has iron in it?
No, it does, but it's not the same.
This guy.
Yeah. I'm thinking like the alien spits out everything that's like not
Like
natural.
mineral.
to
Oh,
the-
that's yeah. Or like it's just.
Is he spitting
metal.
out stuff?
Maybe the blood comes out because of the iron, and it just
He
can't
got it
eat
caught in his
metals.
gums because the inside of him
It's
looked
like
really
paper.
like a human wouldn't pierce the inside of him, but then he's
But sharp stuff would pop a hole in it.
It's like somebody tried to trick him and feed him just popcorn kernels, and then he threw up blood all over
That's
their
why
house.
when he ate the fucking fake horse, it like fucked it up.
Pissed him off.
It pissed him off because it's like I can't fucking.
Yeah, and he had to
And then
shit out
finally
blood
he
like he went to
shoots it out.
Chipotle or something like that.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor, by the way.
Dude,
Anyway, that was
I
nope.
just love it. I love it. I will watch it over and over again. I'm gonna watch it until I'm an old fuck.
Yeah.
Because I just love it. And it keeps giving. And dude, even after all this time, Mike's perspective here is a brand new, fresh take.
I
haven't
love
heard or
movies.
read yet.
And I love films, and that's my whole thing.
Have you seen the other Jordan Peele films? All of them?
No, not in their entirety.
Okay. It's time. Because they're very similar.
Okay. All of them have
it
aliens
looks like
in them.
it looks like the military's arriving. My liege.
It's the military!
Oh, here they come. The tin Switzmans are here.
And they've come back, slaying the dragon's head.
There they go. There they go, marching down in time.
1, 2,
3,
1.
It's ad time, bitch.
1. Can I run to the bathroom? Or you get to start the ad?
Yeah! right, here they come with the fancy drums. And those are the smallest drums I've ever seen. Ah, there he is, Sergeant Mistletoe, reporting for duty. They're handing cigarettes to all the children. Every boy gets a cigarette. No matter how old you are. Guys, I want to thank HeadGum. I want to thank Michael, Kevin, Leah, Ryan, and, I don't know, Dog the Bounty Hunter. And our sponsors. First of which is something making me hungry. We're talking to HelloFresh. What is HelloFresh? Well, HelloFresh brings you farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes that get delivered right to your doorstep. Skip the trips to the grocery store. Stay in your jammy jams. Open up your front door. Pick up the box. Open it up. Find all the pre-portioned, pre-measured, farm-fresh ingredients. And make yourself a delicious meal. You're going to feel like you're a chef. And 'tis the season for saving money, if you know what I mean. Ho, ho, ho! HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout. It's kind of a no-brainer, guys. Get all the full flavor without the guilt. Mike and I have made many a meal care of HelloFresh, and they're delicious. Pre-portioned ingredients, countless things. Chicken things, pasta things,
Couscous,
beef
pork.
things, couscous, pork. Really delicious stuff that make you feel like you're a fancy chef.
Go ahead and feel like you're a fancy chef if you want.
What time is it, Mike? Food time! So go to HelloFresh.com/Banter18 and use code Banter18 for 18 free meals. Plus, free shipping! Right, Kevin?
I don't get that.
I know, it's crazy, but it's true, Mike. Free shipping. That's at HelloFresh.com/Banter18. Use that code Banter18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping. Oh, thank you so much. Party Fresh.
That's a cool slogan.
Party Fresh.
Party fresh, dude. Okay.
Guys, Warby Parker. Ooh, Mike.
Party Parker.
Party. It's a Warby Parky party.
We're having a Warby party.
We're having a Warby party, and you're invited, Parker. Holy shit. Kevin gives me little treats while we're recording.
Did he
He
show you
does
his wiener?
real weird shit, and I love it.
Sometimes Kevin just walks around with his wiener around.
Hanging dang. This boy's hanging brain and hanging dong. That boy's scrote's feeling the temperature of this room. Guys, Warby Parker, speaking of glasses, it's, you know what the worst thing is, Mike? When we started off real good,
Yeah.
and then we go somewhere where I'm like, fuck, we probably shouldn't have done that in the middle of the ad.
Just start it now.
And then it's like, let's start it now.
We're not even in the middle yet.
Hey, Mike, let's
Yeah.
have a Warby party, Parker.
Yes.
You ever been on Warby Parker, Mike?
Yes, I have, and
He
it's
loves it.
just the easiest experience and the coolest way to get maybe the best sunglasses I've ever had in my life. what you do is you go on the website and you sign up and you choose maybe 5 or 6 pairs of glasses, and then they send them to you, and then you get to try them on and walk around and ask what your friends and families and coworkers think of you in those glasses. You compile only the most honest opinions, and then based on your vanity and how much you trust the people around them, you come back and you order the ones that work for you. You send back the ones you don't want. They give you a paid packaging or prepaid, what do they call that?
Prepaid package.
Yeah.
Prepaid.
You send it back. You only keep what works for you, and then you look good. And it's a great way to try on something you might not have otherwise gotten to try on because you bought something on the internet.
And Mike was saying eyeglasses, sunglasses. But that's not all, friends. Happy listeners. We also have contact lenses and eye exams. And the glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. You could try the Warby Parker's free home try-on program like Mike was just talking about. Remember?
$95 and you try on the glasses.
You order those 5 pairs of glasses. They're the ones you want to get, but you're not sure which. You try them at home for free. There's no obligation to buy. It ships free, just like Mike says, and includes a prepaid return shipping label.
Prepaid return shipping.
That means you can try 5 pairs of glasses at home on your dirty little faces for free at warbyparker.com/banter.
It's a Warby Parker. Everyone's invited to the Warby party. Everyone's invited to the Warby party, Parker. That means you. Everyone's invited to the Warby party, Parker party. Invited to the.
So that's 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/banter. Huh? Thank you, Warby Parker. We love you.
Really the best, coolest sunglasses I've ever had.
Best kiss I've ever had. Mike, do you remember your best first kiss?
Those are 2 different.
Guys, let's talk about dad grass. Ooh.
Dad grass.
No need to stress over the holidays this year, everyone. You can take a toke break instead of worrying about what to get those impossible to shop for family members. Dad Grass has something for everyone, including your most loved furry friends. Why don't you take the edge off and enjoy the season? Dad Grass is legal, organic, smokable hemp that relaxes your body and mellows your mind. They're 100% organic, pre-roll joints, tinctures, gummies, and etc. are very low in THC and high in CBD. So you can enjoy the effects of CBD while you keep a clear head. Huh? And now they offer a variety of products so you can toke or dose just the way you like it. Ooh. And all Dad Grass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over.
You say grass-fed products?
Yeah, dog. All Dad Grass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. And right now, Dad Grass is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/banter.
Dadgrass.com.
Oh, go to dadgrass.com/banter for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/banter.
If you want some dad grass, you can go to dadgrass.com/better and you get the grass. Get the grass.
That's fun. Bit of a pingy ting. I would agree.
That whole thing was a bit of a ping. History. History. Wow, it just ends.
That's fun.
Guys, we got the shortest history road ever from Tyler Perry. Didn't we read Tyler Perry last
He's the
week?
guy who did the song.
Fuck this guy. This next email comes. Just kidding.
He does the outro song, right?
Yeah, the outro, the new outro, DB, the first ever History Road outro.
The deep outro.
And he says, this is the shortest History Road, and says, there's a coffee shop where I live called Open Eye. Thought you needed to know.
No way.
Take a picture and send it to us, please.
That's beautiful. Oh,
Ooh, we got an answer to mediums, Mike. You want to read this one?
oh, good. Yeah.
RoboCop stepped in the room. He's got Wi-Fi on at all times.
He's just in the wrong room. He's supposed to be down the hall.
What's your Wi-Fi password?
He just has one.
Yeah,
he generates his
Wi-Fi
own.
all the time.
That's nice.
The password is dead or alive.
And it would be slow as fuck.
Yeah, it would be, for sure.
Yeah.
Michaela says, History Road, your answer to mediums. Hi, my beautiful babies. I just listened to your hour-plus long rant about mediums and sensitives. Firstly, as a self-identifying medium, I must say I also just heard about the new people who identify as sensitives, which I agree sounds stupid. I feel like they put a bad idea of mediums / psychics out in the world. I failed physics. What even are they? Also, I don't get that. Also, a thing my teachers always said is all mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. So it's like all poops have pee, but not all peas have poops.
That's exactly right.
If that makes sense to you. Sort of. Regarding mediums helping the world, there are lots who aid police in finding people or uncover new things for cases. Unfortunately, due to it being spirit telling, the medium, these things, Due to it being spirits telling the medium these things, there isn't always concrete evidence to prove it. However, my teacher used to aid the RCMP.
A lot of spirits are ACAB.
A lot of spirits are ACAB.
I hope not. I wouldn't get that.
Is that a ghost? You here to tell us who murdered that guy?
Hey, just so you know,
What'd you hear over there?
He heard it too.
What'd you hear?
something happened.
Something fell?
Sounded like
Is it Santa? Oh no, it's too early.
Santa coming down the gas fireplace.
Oh, shit! However, my teacher used to aid the RCMP in finding bodies to missing people reports. Also, something a wee bit closer to home, when my mum disappeared one morning, we used a medium to help us locate her.
Damn.
Unfortunately, it was not the outcome we hoped, but she was found. Anywho, I don't really see how mediums could solve things like world hunger, etc. I do know lots of witchy folks who do their best in aiding the world with healing and love, though. Sure, don't we all?
Yeah, that's what we said.
On a completely other topic, I wanted to thank Mike for many years ago. I was cheated on, and I wrote into his Tumblr at the time.
Tumblr.
Is Tumblr still a thing? I think so.
I think it is.
I don't get that. And he ended up making a video in response to me sending in my story that helped me immensely. Cheated on for sunbathing.
Oh, I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I still watch it every now and then, even though I'm now happily married with a baby.
Nice. Always good to remember when you were cheated on, now that you got a nice family going.
You need to fake.
That's great, man. Thank you.
Thanks to Mike, I was introduced to Steve and this podcast that helps me make my morning drives better. I don't give a fuck. Sorry, wrong button.
Jackpot.
And my mood better. Just ask my husband. It just cuts to him going, like one of those Ren and Stimpy pictures.
Yeah.
Where they're all like, if you have any more witchy questions or medium psychic questions, I'll try my best to help. Ooh, phone number.
Oh.
Also come to Vancouver, British Columbia so I can see you in person. Thanks for being bits of a pingy ting.
It's a pingy ting.
Dude,
do you have any questions?
Yeah, but
You don't care about the answer.
I mean,
It's okay. Just say
I
it.
want to believe so bad.
Do you?
But I think there's just too many coincidences.
It's
I
okay to
can't
not
help-
want to believe.
I want to believe.
Here is
I
there's
want
an
someone-
important lesson in this
Yeah.
where you can still like be friends with and respect this
sure,
person
for
and
sure.
not believe at all.
For sure.
We need to promote that.
For sure.
Like that needs to be okay.
But it should still be okay to make fun of them.
Everyone. She should be able to make fun of you as well.
Yeah, totally. Dude, totally.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I just want something magical to happen.
I want to
That
see a
makes
shoe
me
stand up.
believe before I go bye-byes.
Yeah.
And nothing has yet.
Okay. I hope that for you as well. Kevin. Kevin's not enough proof. The existence of Kevin. That God
Actually,
exists.
yeah. That could be, yeah.
All the great things about Kevin in one person, that's God.
If Kevin didn't come from heaven, then I don't want to know him.
Yeah, why does Kevin rhyme with heaven?
Tell us that, Satan.
I don't believe in Satan. How about that? Suck my
Okay,
dick.
we
Something
need-
else falls off the shelf.
We need to talk about this one from Evan.
Kevin?
Whoa,
Evan?
Evan? Santa!
The robot boy who just starts to believe.
Evan says, God is the tallest ghost, History Road. So you said God is the tallest ghost, and I guess I missed it.
Apparently, greatest thing I've ever
We all
said in
missed
my
it.
entire life.
It's very funny. A lot of times, the funniest things we say are so... They slip right through the whoops.
Sometimes they slip through the oops, and that's all right.
What's the plaster? What? Beliefs get challenged, and that's what makes conversations interesting. Mike. That's what you said, I guess.
Yes.
But I also don't want people to stand behind it just with annoyingly big confidence. I don't want to know you're convinced. It's easy to be like, I get it, you're eating your own bullshit. I just want to see proof. Steve.
That sounds
That's what
like
I
a very
said.
Steve thing to say.
Listen, I laughed heartily many times during last week's episode, but I want you to know that what you were speaking about with people of certain belief systems, spiritual abilities, etc., showing up if they had solutions, I found that completely riveting beyond just being funny.
Whoa. Now we're riveting as well?
Dude, we can be riveting. Santa! Into the void with you, boy.
Santa throws him
Into the void. Santa can throw you into the void.
into the void.
People don't know that.
The
Santa
bad
has
girls and
power.
boys go into the void.
Some people have, and maybe that's where the boy in the void came from. He was
Yeah.
bad during
He was-
Christmas.
He was on the naughty
He's on the
list.
naughty list. And
I'm
Santa,
not on the naughty list.
Santa picks one boy
To
or
hurl
girl to
as
throw
hard as
into
he
the
can.
void every year. Could you imagine if that was real?
Yeah.
And it was televised?
Yeah, yeah, dude, it's like the Super Bowl. He does it in a big arena.
And there's just this big portal opened, and it's like terrifying, and it's making this big humming sound. Everyone's phones are like
Yeah.
the screens are all fucked up.
Yeah, the camera's always
Cameras
fucked
are
up.
like, and then you throw it in, and the camera all cuts out for a second, and then it cuts back.
And he goes, ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Oh, Santa went into the void!
He goes into, dude, he doesn't give a fuck.
This is it.
Santa doesn't give a fuck, dude.
DGAF. That's what his license plate says on the sleigh.
Yeah.
DGAF.
Slay all day,
Don't give a fuck.
GGAF.
Listen, these types of conversations are among my favorite. Getting down to the nitty-gritty of any faith or belief or whatever, what is it showing? What can it do for me, you, us, the world? Those are the real damn questions that those beliefs need to answer. I myself am a Christian, but kind of a black sheep.
You have a sheep one?
I'm warning you.
And over the years, I've shifted. Over the years, I've shifted in a lot in my beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the black sheepness.
Yeah, I get it.
My goal was and is to essentially have an adventure and explore and find out what is true. Like, really fucking true. No matter what the cost.
Yeah, that's life, bitch.
That's totally life. And I love when people go on those journeys because they discover so many things.
Yeah.
And if you come back to Christianity or some other religion or whatever, that's cool, man. At least you put the work into seeing what else is out there.
At least you did your own research.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love when people go like not to throw Trisha under the bus. Santa! Not to throw Trisha under the bus, if it is. But she took, she was like a theology major in college, and she like studied all these religions and stuff. And I always respected her opinion about current religions and her beliefs, because I'm like, you did the fucking work, dude. You like went and researched everything about religion. Mm-hmm. And then you came back and these are your beliefs, and I've always respected that.
Yeah. Huh.
It's harder to respect people that are just like, I just believe anyway, pass me the Pringles.
You don't.
It's like, it's easy to say that.
Especially when you like Pringles.
Especially when you like Pringles, because you can't eat just one. So I've tested traditions and realized, like many who left these Christian institutions and churches, that they either held no water or just completely crumbled under thorough inspection. And also, no one had the damn answers to the problems of the world. Not really. But my insistence on there's got to be something more has been proving itself correct.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole reason why any belief system exists.
Yeah.
Is to examine why we're here and what we're doing.
It is
what's the right
fascinating.
thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just different people's personalities are comfortable with different things, and you subscribe to a belief, and hopefully you use that to enrich your life.
Yeah.
Like I used to be, I would never say hardcore Christian Roman Catholic, but like I loved it a lot. I loved believing that. And I was an altar boy for a long time. And then the priests in my like diocese started to get moved around for like inappropriate shit. And I was like, okay. But my like relationship to like a god or like a higher being never wavered at all.
Yeah, because that has nothing to do with the guys that fuck up.
I was like, I'll just never listen to somebody tell me
Yeah.
how it is again.
It's just what happens to everyone's belief systems leads them to some sort of outcome, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are bad.
Yeah.
And some of them cause wars and hurt innocent people. But some of them make someone like kind of just a nice regular old guy.
Yeah, they're like a good checklist for like a moral compass a lot of times.
Exactly.
Shouldn't kill people, you shouldn't
Exactly.
whatever. And then like different things see people and egos see how much that does to a person, and takers will always take advantage of stuff like that for their own well-being and motivations.
Right.
And I think that a lot of people get taken advantage of and led astray. And
Totally.
I wish everyone had the time or whatever to think about this stuff on their own. Like
Totally.
we're human beings. We're little bags of stuff around for like a
Yeah.
relatively short period of time.
And there isn't a like how to be a bag of stuff book
yeah.
that you get when you realize you're a bag of stuff.
Right. There's a bunch of people being like, here's
my book
Read
on
my
how to
book.
be a bag of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe your idea of what we should do with our bags of stuff is better than my idea of what I want to do with my bag of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, dude, what you want to do with your bag of stuff should be more important than what someone else thinks you should do. Like, you really should focus on, like, if you want to be something, but everyone in your life is like, nah, you're not going to make money, you're going to struggle, whatever, those kinds of things. It's like, it's important to be like, okay, but how could you prove them wrong?
Just
with
whatever
that
you
thing?
do.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, just don't be a piece of shit. Literally, whatever job you have, you could suck on pipes, or you could fucking be a fine artist, or you could operate a toll booth. Just don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You can be the guy that presses the button and it steals all this artist stuff and then it makes an image. And then you go, I'm an artist, and put that on the internet. You can do that if you want.
Just don't be a piece of
Just
shit.
don't be a piece of shit. Anyway, this person says, what that brought me to was having very similar questions that you guys were broaching last week. And I love it when people ask those because, one, they're logical and should be asked. And two, they really haven't been answered by the followers / practitioners of those beliefs. And if God or whoever or whatever exists, then inquisitive approaches should lend to answers at some point, right? From the bottom of my heart, for real, I appreciated that fun and quite deep banter between the two of you, and Felicia and Kevin, too. I know the idea of this is going to be an endless conversation was mentioned last week when you started getting at the God stuff. But I'm an open dude when it comes to beliefs. Open dude. I'm atypical, and if you want to call me, I'm willing to concisely share with you some revelations on this subject that I've reached. Much love, Evan.
Hi, Evan. Dude, I really like, when talking about all this stuff, I always appreciated, there's this story of like an ant trying to contemplate what a skyscraper is.
Yeah.
And an ant's never going to fully understand what a skyscraper is, no matter what the evolution of ants is. You have a
They'll
limited
never figure it out.
amount of understanding because of what you are.
Yeah.
So I always get a little bummed out when I'm like, when a person shows up to this planet in this universe and it's like, if I don't understand it in my 68 years, then it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm always open to like, oh,
I guess, like, but, like, there's always going to be, like, a next question, right? Like, and there's always going to be an answer to that. Like, I think the reason why an ant...
a second ago, we didn't know if metal was real.
Exactly. and we went to school to find out.
Yeah.
And we still don't know.
Yeah, and I took theology classes and science classes.
And I would listen to you about it and respect your opinion. Like the reason why an ant will never know what a skyscraper is because it doesn't have the tools or the intelligence to do so.
Right.
And I think for us, it's like we do have the tools and intelligence for so many things.
Mm-hmm.
And we've learned what everything is made out of. Like, we've learned, like, you could tell me what this, like, fucking thing is made out of. Every component has a factual, real-life thing that was taken from the ground or from some element and turned into this thing we use today.
All the different metal boxes.
And you can find out from the first step to the final step how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do that with so many things.
Yeah.
But you can't with why are we here? What is our subconscious?
Yeah.
Why do we have dreams? Why do we yawn? Like, there's so many things. Like, what's in the ocean? Like, in the deepest depths?
How do magnets work?
How do magnets work? I don't get it. I don't get that. I don't get that. And it's like, there's so many things that we have yet to figure out. And my hope is that in progressing in technology, in social ways, in the future, we might have actual answers to things like what are dreams and things like that. And how do we utilize parts of our brain that we can't?
You think ants know? You think ants are like, we'll never understand a skyscraper, and we understand so much about so many other things.
Like, potentially, right? Like, because they understand
like,
stuff.
we only know
what we know. Yeah. We only know where our we can hit a ceiling because
maybe that's the thing that differentiates us from other species, is that we also are aware of what we don't know.
Yeah, consciousness. Being conscious and aware of life is like supposedly only a thing that like humans have. But there is like survival and reproduction biologically programmed into most life. Like, most living things don't want to die.
But a horse is never going to be like, why am I a horse?
Right. And a horse is never going to be like, I'm scared to die. Unless, I don't know. Because maybe they don't understand what it is. Maybe they do.
I think horses are scared. A lot of them were running around when the alien was coming.
Yeah, well, I think they're scared of, like, things they don't understand.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they, like, think about it all day and get, like,
I think they know
diarrhea.
They're scared of stuff. They're scared of stuff that they know can hurt them.
How about this? Let me put it this way. Horses don't get diarrhea before a job interview.
Show me footage of a horse on a job interview.
So what are your skills? You're hired. That's how they hire people at Walmart.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. Evan, thank you so much.
Yeah.
For that email. Because you know what? I like when we get those emails.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, Mike, and maybe this is too inside baseball, or maybe we shouldn't talk about this on the show, but sometimes we'll finish a show and be like, maybe we weren't funny enough in that one. Maybe we're too serious.
And sometimes we're right.
But then people catch things like World's Tallest Ghost, which we didn't catch,
right.
and think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But then there's people like Evan who are like, I really liked that serious discussion you had.
I really like in the podcast that I listen to, I just like when things are interesting and like honest.
Yeah.
And like authentic.
Yeah.
So if that's how you're feeling that day, that's how that is.
Like the many Mexican restaurants in Los Angeles. They're authentic.
Yeah. But how many have lines going out into the street, stopping traffic?
Only the best ones. Only the best ones. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's show. Mike, what's going on Thursday?
Thursday,
Which happened yesterday. What happened yesterday?
Man, did we have a great time.
We had a huge show. Big turnout.
And it was really great.
I can't believe you came.
I was there. I'll also be in Seattle on December 16th, 17th, and 18th at the Rendezvous Theater in Seattle, Washington. There's a bunch of stuff going on in LA before and after that, and I'll edit my Squarespace website with all of those happenings when I can. Squarespace, great sponsor.
Also, dynamicbanter.clothing for all of your Dynamic Banter merchandise needs and wants.
Presents in there.
So many good gifts for that person in your life that listens to this show that you don't, but you want to give them a gift or something.
Yeah.
And there's so many of those.
Dude, I missed out on a cameo that somebody hit me up for because I just couldn't, I had no time to do it. And I hit them up about doing a free one because I missed it. So if that's you, hit me up again.
Oh, tight.
Yeah.
It was me, and I would like it. Thank you.
I'll just do it right after this.
Thanks, man. Yeah. And for all you Dynamic Banter patrons, we hear you, we see you, we love you. Thank you so much. Your response to the Jim Henson tour video was very touching.
Nice.
A lot of people were very happy and to see us so happy. And some people were amazed at how quiet I was. But you can see when I'm trying to be respectful, what happens is I get real quiet. And then like sometimes a zinger will come out or something.
Yeah.
But that video is so awesome. Great job, Kevin.
Yeah, great job, Kevin. Kevin's doing a great job
As
on
always,
all the Patreon stuff.
he's killing it. I mean, come on, he's killing it.
So worth it if you're thinking about supporting the show and the people who help make stuff for it, and you're on the fence about doing the Patreon thing. As soon as you sign up, there's months of awesome stuff that you would otherwise never see. So we don't talk about it a ton, but it's definitely worth doing. Kevin works really hard.
Yeah, and Mike's right. There's a lot of really good shit already there.
Yeah.
That's like just a really good companion piece to the show.
Yeah.
Because it's Mike and I just being Mike and I, and with Kevin adding his awesome sauce to the mix, and it's very cool. It's a good mix.
That's my favorite type of stuff.
It's tasty. Well, anyway, guys, Miracle.